so first of all, an apology. I have another coffee hacking video, this one for 2 cups of coffee, and my good friend Vanya, who is Love Me Says Food, tried to replicate it and failed miserably because of my fault. I put down the wrong size of mason jar. And so I said 16 ounces when I should have said this is 16 ounces. This is 32 ounces. And so it should have been a 32-ounce jar for a mason jar, wide mouth, that fits this exact 4Life brewer. And if you got the jar size wrong or anything else, it would be wrong. It wouldn't work. So my apologies, Vanya. I'm so sorry. And so now, here's the deal. She was trying to make a single cup. And unfortunately, you can't make a single cup in this because of a problem. The base is too wide. And so the grinds are just too few grinds, and it can't stop the water from just flushing right through. So what's it got to do? No problem. You buy its smaller brother. Look, smaller, better. So for a single serve, we also have a hack. So it's not going to work in the same filter, unfortunately. But thank goodness these filters are reusable and pretty much cheap, a lot cheaper than coffee filters. So this is another tea infuser, same brand, but a different size. And make sure to get this exact one, and I've got links, you know it, at bit.ly. Whoa, where am I? At bit.ly, where, can you see that? bit.ly/DQ Periscope. And why it matters? Because they also make this other one here that looks almost exactly the same as this one, but this one's got a trick. It's got these foldovers, and they call this the travel edition. Well, the problem is, and you wouldn't think it's a problem, but it's taller. And when it's taller, that means for a single cup in a 16-ounce jar, it will go past, the water for 1 cup of coffee will go past the bottom. That's no good, not good. So we only want to use this exact filter, and bonus points, it comes with this beautiful porcelain thingamajig that you can put it on after you finish your brew. So let us get started, and I've got 20 grams of beans in here. And this is the other thing I should note, is that the grind, now, if you want to make a single cup in a steel filter, you've got to have a really good grinder. And it's more important than even in the 2-cup version, because your grind is your filter and you need a very fine grind. And so if we look at my diagram, which is actually just a piece of tape over here. So I actually have a worm drive burr grinder, and that means it's very exact as far as the grind is concerned, and it's also very linear, and so you just keep on winding forever to change the grind. So over here is my drip grind, so it's quite coarse, okay? Like French is like over here or so. So drip, here is my espresso grind that we use. And if you take a look at our 2-cup hack, then if you want to make 2 cups, it's somewhere, not half, but closer to the drip side, 3/4 way versus the espresso side. But if you want to go for a 1 cup, that's almost as fine as espresso. And if you take a look at the grind itself, it's a pretty fine bean. I'm not sure how I can show you this, but it's pretty very fine. And so it's going to be almost espresso to get it to the right time. Because why, Dave, does this matter so much? Because we're looking to aim for about a 3 to 4 minute extraction to get all the coffee goodness out of the grinds. So here is a kettle. My very favorite kettle. You know it, you've seen it lots. 200 degrees Fahrenheit water. I shall start to pour, and we shall see the magic. And so here we go. Again, 16-ounce mason jar. You don't need a wide mouth for this one because this one's narrower. So the 2-cup, you do need a wide mouth because it's wider. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on my scale. But again, the other cool part about this hack, just like the 2-cup hack, this, when you don't need a scale for the water. You still need to measure out your beans, 20 grams. But when the water level reaches the bottom of the filter, you are done. That is about 290 grams of water, and that is perfect for 1 cup. So right now, we shall start to pour. And usually for the bloom section, I will pour twice the amount of water as I have in grams of beans. So if I've got 20 grams of beans. I've got about, 50-ish grams of water. And again, just like the other pour-over technique, it's self-limiting because you can't pour too much water through this, which is nice. I'm not peeing. That's coffee being brewed. Just saying. I hope everybody's had their Java this morning, more than me. I'm very much looking forward to this cup. Oh, and extraction time, it's about 3 minutes, not 4 minutes. When I do 2 cups in this sucker, in my big boy, then it's about 4-minute extraction time. This one's a little bit faster. And of course you could change that by making it into an espresso grind, but really I'm pretty happy with the 3-minute extraction, and I want to drink my coffee faster. And you'll notice that when I pour pretty much to the center, right? And I don't really go to the far out edges because that will just bypass the grinds and leak out the edges, and you don't want that because you really want this to just go through the grinds. But yeah, we're loving this pour over coffee thing. And sadly, we had company. People we love were here for Thanksgiving, and I was making a lot of coffee in the Chemex, and I chipped my poor Chemex. I am so sad. It's still usable, but the reason why I was using it is because I wanted to make more than 2 cups. I was making 3 cups of coffee. And why is it always I chip stuff when I'm washing them? That always seems to be the case, not when I'm using them. And what am I in ounces? What am I doing in ounces? Gotta go in grams. There we go. 226-ishness grams. And again, if you don't have a scale for the water part, that's fine. Once it gets close to the bottom of the filter, you'll know you're almost done. And we are at what, 250 grams-ishness? Yeah, and then we just keep on going. And we're almost there. There we go. Good enough for rock and roll. Okay. And we just wait. So we're sitting at 2 minutes and 50 seconds right now. So as you can see, we're right in between that magic moments of 3 to 4 minute total extraction time. And again, the grind has to be almost as fine as espresso to make this work. So I know this is kind of neurotic, but I really love my coffee. And I also roast my own coffee. And so really, it matters, really, the quality of your coffee. Honest, it does. Honest, it does. Okay, now this is the genius part. Again, da-da-da-da. Can you see that gap between the bottom of the filter and the coffee, top of the coffee? This is so awesome because this is exactly what happened with our 2 cups. The water level of the coffee, brewed coffee, came right up to the bottom of the filter, but did not touch. So I don't know why, but these hacks are just like awesome. They're awesomer than I could have imagined them to be. And so, okay, once we're done, I'm just gonna pull this out, put it on my nice included porcelain bottom, and it's time to pour a cup of joe. And as you'll note, it's got more body than a paper pour over, but a lot of the grit's left in here, but it's a lot less cloudy than a French press. So really clean, flavor-wise, full-bodied, gorgeous. Oh, heavenly, my second cup. So yeah, thanks so much for being here, guys. We've got links at bit.ly/DQ Periscope, and we shall see you around the universe. God bless, good morning, have some coffee. Woo!